Thank you very much joining our YouTube channel, and this is Simple Smart Services Limited presenting the concepts of IT, most especially in networking, and some concepts of HVAC, still focusing on refrigeration. So without any delay, Engineer Bale, Ismail Simple. Networking, comfort, and connections. So going deep, we don't want to delay. This video should be as short as possible for the introduction to refrigeration and introduction to networking. So this is the first video, but there is a second video separate for networking or IT concepts. So this is going to be focusing on refrigeration, HVAC. So this is the new opportunity of learning because we're going to make it very easy and clear for everyone. And no delays, no a lot of theories, but focusing on what we need and changing our careers. So you may have been in a different career. Now you're very welcome here to Simple Smart Services, giving you insights to your new career of HVAC, refrigeration, and networking of the IT concepts. This is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So depending where we are at the globe, some people need to be cooled down and some people need to heat their rooms. So diving quickly and not spending a lot of time, let's talk about HVAC. And when you watch this video until the end, we have bonus things that can show you that really, can I go in this field? Can I be capable of learning it very clear in an easy manner? So this is what we're doing here. So HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, air conditioning. I've repeated this word so that technically you should know the technical terms and vocabulary we use in this field. So we talk about HVAC. This shouldn't be new to you again because this is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. It is a system that is used to control temperature and airflow. HVAC provides comfort because when the temperature is okay, you feel comfortable. Cooling, like when you have your refrigerator working very well, you can store your food, you can store medicine, you can store different items. Heating also, like in some countries, the temperature is very low, so that they need to heat their room so that they feel comfortable. And fresh air in your homes, hospital, schools, and offices. It has five main components. And it has five main components as you see in our diagram there, but we'll get to explain it very well in a separate video. Listed as 1 compressor, 2 condenser, 3 filter dryer, 4 expansion device. You may ask yourself, why am I using the term expansion device? Because we have a lot of devices that do the expansion on the same systems. And lastly, this is 5 we talk about. And lastly, this is 5 we talk about the evaporator. These 5 components are there to maintain the comfortable cooling conditions. We will see how it works as you see these systems, as you see this picture. So these five components, as you see them here in the diagram, they are joined together to give us comfortable cooling conditions. And we will see this is the basic diagram. This is not the full diagram, but this is the basic diagram that for beginners, it will give you insights to know how it works, how the system works, the refrigeration system or refrigeration cycle works. This is for beginners. As we said, our course should start from scratch. Then we grow. We know each component, how it works, how to troubleshoot. Everything will be given on this YouTube channel. So these components work together in a refrigeration cycle to maintain our system okay and the refrigerant flow. Now, someone will ask me a question. What is the difference in between refrigeration and refrigerant? Refrigeration It is a system refrigerant. Some people call them gas. R134, R22, R410A, R290. So this is a very wide course, but we want to break it in a very easy way. Let's rush. So what should we expect in HVAC or refrigeration? What should we expect? We should expect some small theory about the thermodynamics, introduction to thermodynamics. We should expect the properties of refrigerant. As I've just said before, here we'll be talking about what we call gases. We call them gas, but these are refrigerant in the technical vocabulary or technical term. So you may already see that's what they are always represented with a R, capital R, then R32, R22, R290, R410A, R404, R22, R12. And we should know which are now the refrigerant that are on market, which are not. Let me give you this as a bonus. As you know, we are shifting from non-flammable refrigerant to flammable refrigerant. This is also another topic that we should think of on the same YouTube channel. So, going on, basic refrigeration cycle. We've already seen how it works. That's why I want to tell you we will be running very quickly on this YouTube channel. So now we'll have a basic refrigeration cycle, but we've already seen it. So you see now, I'm explaining something that you've already known. Try to look in the small images of our logo on each and every component. You'll see that, I've seen this somewhere. So the components of HVAC systems, we also have to know about the components of the HVAC systems. That is also very crucial. And air distribution and ventilation. Air distribution and ventilation. Your refrigeration cycle may be working very well, but how did you distribute air and how is your ventilation system? So at the end of the day, if you don't know about this also, this can let you down. So the controls and automation. As we are moving to the digital world, some refrigeration systems are monitored online, IoT. That's why we talk about networking a bit on this YouTube channel. That's why we talk about networking on this YouTube channel, because we should know how these things connect to the internet and how can you monitor them. That's why we talk about automation. So energy efficiency. Energy efficiency, this is very crucial. This is very crucial. Why? Because if we forget about the energy consumption, then we are down. Energy efficiency, this is one of the best chapters or videos that you should ask and try to see on our YouTube channel. Because, as you know, I'll always give you bonus and tips that you should follow. As a technician, things that you can tell your customer or your client. As you see, we are changing from inverter to non-inverter, from non-inverter to inverter, sorry, because inverter systems reduce the consumption of our systems. And there are some refrigerant that you charge into your system automatically, and the design of your compressor, also the consumption reduces. So we always see that symbol, as you see, from green to red, but we didn't know how it works. Here you will know how it works, and you know why did I prepare something like this, because I'm an engineer myself, a technician of field, and supervisor counselor. I should always use these concepts here. We should talk about also the HVAC safety. Anything without safety, you're totally down. Best practice of safety. As shifting, when we talked about refrigerants just some minutes back, we also have to know about these refrigerants. We are shifting from non-flammable to flammable refrigerant. One easy example, R134A. It is one of the refrigerants that I've been using in our refrigerators at home, and it is non-flammable. Now we are shifting to R600 and R290. These are flammable refrigerants. Please safety matters. So you see how brief our course was. This is all about the introduction to HVAC, and we will go deep into more details according to your comments in the comment sections below, or straight away we rush to the practical part of it. Now, as I said, whoever will watch this video, I have a bonus for you. This is one of the pre-bonus concepts. So we separate each and every equipment of a refrigeration cycle. We have our compressor, we have our expansion valve, but I use the word expansion device, but specifically, this is now an expansion valve. So we have a filter dryer. We will know how does it work, what is the use of it on a refrigeration cycle. We have a condenser, we have an evaporator, we do have an evaporator, and we have a sight glass. So some people say, now, Simple, you are confusing us. You told us we have 5 main components. Now you're introducing a sight glass. As we should move on, I will always try to do my best to add one device on the system so that I don't overwhelm you with the whole system in one go, and now they become complicated. You become confused. No, I don't want that. In the corner below, if you see very well, in the corner below, we have a refrigeration cycle having only 4 components. So you may go around a video where they're telling you that in a refrigeration cycle, we have 4 main components. But I personally, I use 5 because a filter dryer is one of the crucial components on this refrigeration cycle. Now, let's dive into our bonus as we promised. Bonus number 1, we have our refrigeration cycle. We've seen this on previous slides. Now I'm bringing it back. What am I going to give you as a bonus on this refrigeration cycle? It is to show you how the refrigerant flows from the compressor and back to the compressor. Because this is a cycle. A cycle should be rotating, but we should know the direction. So from the compressor, it goes to the condenser. From the condenser, it goes to the filter dryer. From the filter dryer, it goes to the expansion device. But here we have what we call an expansion valve. We'll know everything about this. Then it goes to the evaporator. After the evaporator, because it will always boil here in the evaporator and then comes back like vapor into our compressor. Another thing, as you see, we have colors. As from the compressor to the compressor, as from the compressor to the compressor, you see a red color. And the gas here, all our copper pipes here in this system, they are very hot. That's why you see we have what we call a condenser fan to try to cool down the refrigerant. As you see to the end of the condenser, the color changes to a yellowish. So it shows you that it's now cooled down. So this is our bonus. I don't want to make a very long video so people could not be overwhelmed and get tired of our YouTube channel. We're going to be doing short videos to explain you how this system works. And in case you're doing a troubleshooting, this will always help you. You just come back on this bonus, number 1. You check, you read very well. We will make a separate video explaining this refrigeration cycle very well. As this is our introduction to HVAC, we don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of things. Now let's go to bonus 2. Wow. Bonus number 2. You see now how it looks. You see the compressor. We will see these compressors. We will go deep into the explanation of a compressor, seeing how the piston works, how the shaft is working, how it pumps, and how it sucks. we have a suction line and discharge line. As you see on this diagram of ours, we have a suction line and discharge line. So how does this compressor suck? How does it discharge? We will see that by knowing the concepts about our compressor and the piston, how the piston moves inside here. And sometimes we will have what we called a liquid line and a vapor line. How can I differentiate that? When do I know that in this refrigeration cycle, where do I have liquid, where do I have vapor? We will know everything about that here on Simple Smart Services. And apart from that, I would like to ask you a question for the people who loved this course and have watched it till the end. Please, can you tell me what is missing on this refrigeration cycle? According to all the things that we've learned in the comment section, can you tell me what is missing on this refrigeration cycle? Thank you very much. And this is the end. Please don't forget to subscribe on this YouTube channel. The more you give us support, the more we get courage and add other materials. But also on the same YouTube channel, we also teach networking. Here we do something about technology, because as the world moves on, I'm the same instructor also teaching networking on the YouTube channel. If you like the way I teach, please like, comment, so that we know what we're going to do. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel. See you in the next video.